Oh, what a mess I got here. Big mess. Too big a mess. I'm a mess maker. Anyhow, welcome back. This is John and I'm in friggin' Jeep. I might not be able to even be in the camera right now. I'm not sure how the shadows do it. We'll come down here. Can you hear the wind? Of course, down here, I'm sure you can hear the wind. Got a lot going on today. Didn't do a thing yesterday. Was down at Jeff's the day before, so I haven't done any more on the wood splitter. I got to check the cylinder out on it, which I got to take some lines off another piece of equipment I haven't used in probably 10 years. Probably haven't used it since I got it. It was kind of it didn't work out what I thought it would do. Anyhow, also working on the boiler a little bit today. I have not gotten back to you. I think I might have some videos of that in a that I haven't put on yet. I'm not sure. I got to get back on that. It's going to get chilly again, but it's supposed to be 60-70 degrees on Sunday, so that would just be in there smoldering. So that's one of the reasons I haven't gotten too excited about that. I'm going to finish up this battery because we found it wasn't the battery issue. It was a starter issue. And after looking on the internet, the starters range from $89 to about $450. So, but to get it out, I got to raise this bed up. Now, somebody was asking if there's some kind of way to get it up. You know, it'll still start from time to time, but it's getting less and less. But this is not a direct. This is a direct to a valve thing. So if I push that, I can pull that up. Might have to use something else to pull it up with. I could hook up to something up there. I don't know. You need any 8-foot fluorescent light bulbs? Anyhow, I got to empty all this stuff, collectibles out. So I've already gone down and found a shelf. So I'll put everything over there. Half this stuff I probably don't use. Half the stuff I do use, and the other half I'm not sure what I do with. But the reason I haven't got the hydraulic line off the other piece of equipment, all my tools are in this thing. They're not in the tool cat. So I'm about ready to start cleaning this out. I think I'll start by finishing putting the battery in. That'd be a good thing, and get that mess up, and then see what's next. So I'm not going to really bring you along for that. That's not really exciting to me. Oh, this was that piece. Remember that piece that was all rusted up? I got it shiny and painted and wire brushed, and so I think that'll be a little bit nicer. And I got something for Jack up at Log Cabin Fever that I just watched his video. I spend too much time in there watching videos. I don't know, not real enthusiastic about getting out and doing anything nowadays. But I found something that I thought he would find very interesting. If you watch Jack's movie today, or I don't know, that's when I watched it. I think it's probably pretty current. He was cleaning out the tracks, the guide bar track. And Steel used to make a tool that cleaned those out that you could get. In fact, I'll go up there right now and show it to you. So I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to walk up into the house where it's warm. Be back in a bit. Alright, we're in my mess back here. This used to be my to-go box when I went out and did sawing, or maybe before I got here. The little chainsaw fits in here, and that doesn't need to fit in here at all. I used to keep a couple spare chains. My chain oil fit in here, screwdrivers, miscellaneous stuff. My little wedges used to fit in here. It's a pretty handy little box. But anyhow, I don't know if this will focus in. Steel, oh, they're upside down, both of them. I guess I can put them right there. And Steel, I can't see the names on them. This is the end was a carburetor adjusting tool, and I guess that was to, I don't know, help you out with something. Insist on Steel chainsaw. This might have been a promotional item. I don't know. I haven't seen them. There's no part number on them. Carburetor adjustment, clean and adjust. Insist on chain steel. Anyhow, that's what those were for cleaning out the rails down in here. You can kind of see that boom boom goes in there. Jack, that's what you need to get a hold of. Used to keep a little brush in here. Used to keep a little hand file in here. A hatchet for who knows what. I'll tell you what makes good wedges is walnut. Walnut is very tough wood, and you can cut wedges out of that, and they're just about as good as those. So, with that in mind, I'm going back to the Bobcat and work on that. No, not Bobcat. I'm going back to the Kubota. So we'll see you back in a little bit. Bye now. Well, here we are. Look at it. It's pretty well emptied out. It's just an update. It's not cleaned out. I'm hoping I'll get another start and be able to take it up to the house and work on it. I got a pile of stuff here, piles of stuff I put all over. I got 2 tables up by the back where the go in and out. Man, that's kind of a lump there. That's kind of weird. Huh. I got a pad in here. That's really weird. Must be something underneath there. Always something. This bar here holds that in when I raise it up, and then all the tools stay in there, and then that rack stays there. So let's see if it'll start up. I think you'll probably get one more start or 2 out of it. Let's see. Put it on the heat mode. It takes a little bit to heat it up. This thing's about 15 years old. It's got 1850 hours on it. Anyhow, we're going to drive up to the house. That thing started a lot better than I thought it was going to start. It does have the new battery in it now, but I really not sure. Nothing else, I cleaned it out. You gotta have it running to open up the back. See, I got a whole pile of stuff here that was in there, whole pile of stuff here, there. I had a lot of stuff in there. Guess I ought to put the emergency brake on. Then you gotta lift this up, and that should all stay in. Well, all except for the string. Where's the starter at? Oh, the starter's not too bad. It's right here. It's even got a vent line for the starter. I'm gonna blow it out a little bit. See what we can do. The alternator's turning, but I know the belt needs tightening. The radiator doesn't look too bad. It's been hit a few times with sticks, I guess. Got an oil leak. Well, that's the inside of a Kubota. And that's what it looks like up. We're going to find out what that is. Oh, I got another piece of rubber mat underneath there. Yeah, I'm going to blow all this out. You guys don't need to come along for that. See, this holds that up in place. That's my toolbox. I think that red one was probably another one of those up there. I don't know. Anyhow, that's what I'm up to. We'll be back in a little bit. Of course, now all the tools are messed up. Be back. Well, here's an update about 15, maybe 20 minutes later. It didn't take much to get the starter out. Just a couple bolts right there. Pretty easy to get to. The main bolt. Unhook the battery cable first, yeah, in case you want to remind me of that. 2 12 millimeters to get the starter out, and 1 13 millimeter to take the hot side off the battery, and then it's got a vent hose on it. So I got that off. And I know I can get the starter. If I leave now, I can get it today and put it back in at the dealer. That's over $300. But I'm going to take these off. In the olden days, you could take these bolts out, turn them 180 degrees, and they would make your connection back. It's just where it constantly arcs. I don't know how that works inside, so seeing as I can get another starter or take it someplace and get it rebuilt, probably, I don't know what I want to do. I want to look at that inside there. I'm trying to bounce that up. So that's where I'm at. I'm going to take that out and see what we get in there. And the old Chrysler starters, that bolt you could turn 180, and then there was a ring in there. You could flip that over too. But we're talking in the 70s, and nowadays they want you to buy a new one. I guess if you want to know what number this is, it's I'm guessing that's Danzo, Nippon Danzo, I don't know. I can't quite read the number. Probably be able to read it when I look at it later. It's got a scratch right where that is. Anyhow, that's woo, went out of focus there. Alright, I'm gonna bring it back when I start taking those bolts off. Bye. Alright, I did a whole bunch of work, and like a dummy, I forgot to turn the daggone camera on again. This I just pulled out of here. Okay. And this was a gasket that was on there, which is okay. And just this was a little cover. Two, I think I said they were 17 in the thing. And what you see, now I got the camera on here, is this is just been arced so many times. Every time it arcs, it just takes a little bit off. Kind of like an arc welder. It leaves a little on here. So this does not look like it's reversible. Okay, sometimes you could just take that out. That just does not look reversible at all to me. And you can't feel, I can feel the wear on that, and I don't know if that's wore down that much. Now if I can turn this washer upside down, I might be able to get more out of it. It's got some kind of a spring load on there. So I'm going to work on that and maybe clean this up a little bit so there's a little less drag on it. There's a little bit of long life on it. Probably be smarter just go get another one. This spring here just helps it go in and out. See a little crud at the end there? It might have some crud down in the end of that hole that I could take a Q-tip and clean out. So maybe when this plunger pulls in, because this plunger goes down like so, it makes the contact. That's what you hear all the time. Okay, it's just not making contact on those two places. And I don't know whether you can get these parts or not. I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. But that feels like it's going down and hitting, that there's not enough. And that's all it's doing. It's just not making a good contact when it goes down. That's all that goes wrong with them. It's just boom, boom. But I don't know whether you can get those parts. So I think it's easiest for me to just go get another starter. That eliminates the problem. $300 at the dealer. I know you can get them online for $89 to $300. In fact, I even saw them up to $450. But if this thing lasted, it's over 15 years old, and I can play with this and maybe get it rebuilt for a little bit and have a backup, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea. That's kind of the way I am, always having extra. But that when that pulls down, there's your start. There's your start mode. This energizes the electromagnet down in here and sucks that in. And anyhow, we'll see you in a bit. Don't know which way I'm going to go quite yet. Bye-bye. Well, we made it home, but it's a little bit dark out there to be working on this beast now. And I got to get the hydraulic cylinder out of here and get some lines on it and test it before I mount it in there. And I'm probably going to want some spreader wings on the back of that little wedge. I'm not sure. Once it gets through that, on a big one, they have enough holding power left that if you don't spread them out pretty good, they won't. They just won't pop apart the way you need them to. But the main split will be in there. In my humble little mind, decided just to leave that stuff on there. I don't know what I could put a trailer ball on there or put anything I want on there. It might be good to put a hook on there to pull some of the wood, straighten it up. Anyhow, that's how it is. There's the cylinder, and we're just sitting here, but that's how it's here. It's home. So the reason I didn't work on that today is because I was working on something else, and then I started working on this beast. I went up and got a starter for the Kubota. Talked to a real nice guy there. They gave me a little break on the price, which was good. I got a feeling it's a rebuild, but the guy said they're having pretty good luck with them. So, and it does have that a place to, yeah, that's the same Denso starter. Anyhow, if you need a starter for your Kubota, that might be the number you need. What else I got going on? Not much. I got some of this. I think I'm going to check the oil in the Kubota. I was going to go out and work on it tonight, but it's in the 30s. It's the mid 30s, so we'll be back in a bit. Hi, we're back down here in the basement. I got something in here which is probably one of the nicest gifts I've ever gotten. And most interesting made pieces I've ever got. If you're new here, you didn't see it. If you're old time, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It was dangerous and it was fragile. It came from this outfit here, strange outfit, but you need to go check them out. If you don't know them, it's Bus Motor Productions. It's Mark Galici, and he was the one that made this beautiful box. And when I get around to it, that beautiful box is going to end up down at the new sawmill. And it had something like that in it. He made this wooden saw blade, and this is where it sits. It sits right next to the TV, so while I'm watching TV, I can see it. And we were just talking on the phone, and he goes, "Where'd the saw blade end up?" I said, "Right next to the TV." Tried to space it kind of even there, and it turned out good. That's him right there. There's the Eddie, there's Buzzsaw, there's ZZ, Temple, Brad, Knucklehead at back 40, Andrews, that's Andrew Easton there, I believe. I don't know that one there. The Saw Doctor, that's his dad. There's Ray Riggins, Sam Miller's, I think that's Sushi Man. I thought, there's Jack. There's Pete, Nuts 319. Isn't that beautiful? And he made, if you didn't see it, he made a saw, a 52-inch saw like that, and he made all these. And you need to go over to his channel if you're more interested in that. And he might make you one of those for a couple $100. That thing's worth $1 billion, isn't it? There's no price that you could put on that thing. It's priceless. Isn't it gorgeous? And when I sit here in my lazy chair and watch TV, look at that. I can just look right at it. And every time I look at it, it just kind of brings a tear to my eye. He did that's just unbelievable. So now we're going to go out and look at the Kubota, where I'm at on the Kubota. I showed you the starter upstairs. It's just too cold to go out. I don't know what the temperature is out right now. 36 degrees. So we're going to go out and look at it real quick with the lights on, but I ain't doing nothing. I'll wait till the sun comes up tomorrow. Nathan's got the most hateful cat on YouTube. I got the laziest, most worthless cat in YouTube. If you would catch squirrels, I wouldn't have a problem with my car. And look, he's sitting here, tells me I want more food. You've been fed 3 times already today. And wants more food. This is the kid's jungle with marijuana lights keeping it growing. Stop meowing. Now we'll go out here and turn on some lights. Oh, I can turn the light on here first. Then I got to turn the lights on outside. This is my mess. I'm probably the messiest guy on YouTube. I got to get over there to get the thing on. And we'll turn some lights on outside. Show you where the Kubota's at. I wasn't going to put a video on because I didn't have much to put on, but this adds enough that you're going to find it going on. And that's where it's at. I'm going to change the oil in it tomorrow too. So it's not too bad. And that thing strapped in will stay in there. It's not bolted down or anything. You can just barely see it. Maybe I'll show it tomorrow. I'll clean all this stuff out a little bit more, but I got piles of stuff. It's not supposed to rain, so all this stuff will just stay out. It's semi-covered, but rain will come through if it gets here. And that's about it. I didn't finish it today. I never finish nothing. You guys know that. We'll come back in there and hit the button and then run in the door. So, leave a comment if you like that saw blade. You had to like that saw blade. Leave a comment if you went out and checked Mark Galici's channel out to see him make the big 52-inch one like that. It was well done. You need to go take a look at it if you haven't seen it. And then tomorrow, I forgot to write down the name. I watched a Frick sawmill again tonight on YouTube. I've watched it, I don't know, I think it might be my favorite Frick sawmill. Okay, so I'll try to write that down and put it on tomorrow. If you know what sawmill is probably my favorite Frick sawmill, leave a comment on that too. So you got some homework to do tonight, guys. Did you watch the saw blade being made up in Mark's? And have you got any idea which is my favorite Frick sawmill? Other than that, we're getting out of here. It's cold. I got to close the door. See you tomorrow. I sure hope. Oh, maybe not. I got to go pick up my other car. We'll see you.